You're a gay boy, a tough boy, a tough boy. You're a gay boy, a straight boy, a straight tough gay boy. Boys and girls, ladies and gents, welcome back. Glad you made it. It's another so-so production. You're a gay boy, a straight boy, a tough straight gay boy. Working on it. It is July 23rd, 2023. Thank you for joining me once again. 2023, did I say that? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't, but it is July the 23rd, 2023. Thank you for joining me once again. It's another so-so production. We're doing it on a beautiful Sunday. I hope you're doing well wherever you're tuning in from, whether here it's in the GTA Greater Toronto area, in Canada, Ontario, over there West Coast in BC, anywhere else in the world, down south in the US, Mexico, South America, over there in Europe, Africa, Asia, Antarctica, Papua New Guinea, New Zealand, Australia, Japan, Thailand, Bangkok, you name it. Wherever you're tuning in from, I hope you're doing well. Let's start off, boys and girls, ladies and gents. By the way, where can you find these videos? I'm glad you asked. You can find these videos on Instagram, on YouTube, and on patreon.com/RobSadri if you'd like to fiscally support the show. I'd like to start off by saying, fuck whoever invented constipation. I'll say that. Fuck whoever invented constipation. You're a gay boy, a straight tough boy, You're a gay boy, don't you play coy. And we'll get into it. Oh. Well, windows open, bugs flying in, that's alright. Fuck whoever invented constipation, ladies and gentlemen, and that's what it is, man. I'll get right into it. We're going to be talking about a bunch of different stuff that I've been thinking about, but over the past 2 weeks, I'll say this, over the past 2 weeks I've been consuming a lot of McDonald's. Now I've just gone ahead, I've made several trips to the grocery store, I've bought some fruits and vegetables. I'm now consuming a little bit of the stuff that's not so, you know, processed, if you will. But I did consume straight up double cheese or a cheeseburger with a coffee. That was my diet for about 2 weeks, trying to just, you know, adjust myself to my new settings. And my shits have been disturbed, not gonna lie to you. When the old ritual was, you know, organized, when I was at my old place, I time it. I get up, coffee, cigarette, weed, shit, shave, shower. Very nice. I had a routine down. Shit, shave, shower. Highly underrated. No one talks about it, but that's the way your boy rolled prior to moving about and, you know, making some changes. And changes are good, but my shit got disturbed. And I'm not opposed to taking a deuce outside. I'll do it. But it's just, again, with the combination of a little bit of, if you will, a little bit of a stressful situation, that not even stressful, just a different situation, getting used to things, finding a new pattern, dietary changes. That is all to say that I was facing a bit of a constipation challenge. The other day I was just, because regularly, on a regular basis, when nothing's interrupted in my life, I take a shit once a week. I take that back. That's once a day. I meant to say once a day. If I took a shit once a week, geez Louise, that would have, now that's constipation. But once a day was my regular routine. But now it's been disturbed and everything's good now. But I did go through a period just 2-3 days ago where I was sitting on the couch, just, come on, what is going on for like a good, this is not exaggeration, this is facts, at least 30 minutes. Sweat pouring down my forehead, knees shaking, you know, body contortions, trying to, you know, lifting my feet up, trying to wrap my feet around my, because I hear if you're having a difficult time releasing bowel movements, just, you know, wrap your feet around your neck and everything just floats out. But 35 minutes, good 40 minutes, let's not kid ourselves. And just, you know, it's, whoever invented constipation, they can go fuck it, because, like, what is up with that? Why? taking a shit's pretty, it's a nice feeling, not gonna lie. But it's one of those things that I could, if we were designed differently, if I were to go my life without having to take it, like, first of all, it's time consuming. Some people like it. They're like, yeah, I like to go in. That's my 5-10 minutes, whatever. That's my time. And I get it. And it feels good, which is like sort of anal. So it's like, yo, is taking a shit low-key gay? If it is, then so be it. Then spank my ass and call me, you're a gay boy, a tough straight boy. I'm going through a lot, ladies and gentlemen, going through a lot, but that's what we're just gonna pour everything out, baby. It has nothing to do with what you think it does, but it's more of a mentality thing, because I know I'm like, oh, I want to be a tough boy. I want to be a tough, all my life. I want to be, at least that's what I tell myself. But at the same, I'm very soft. That's where the gayness comes in, ladies, and that's where the floral shirt patterns come in. That's where the weird bodily movements. Sometimes I'll catch myself. I don't know, why do you move your hands like that? It's there. I don't know what it is. It's just there. I don't know. Point is, ladies, I wish I was tougher, and I'm in a sense, I guess, like we're all tough in some sense, you could say, and we're all a little gay here and there, if you know. I'm tough in a sense that, well, forget about how tough I'm, because I'm not. I'm a little bitch. That's what it is. But I realize that within myself. I got a little bit. I'm not but I got a little bitch in me. I gotta remind myself. I got a little bitch in me. I gotta remind myself and like just try to conquer it somehow, each and every day. But yeah, because I do see other men's out there doing things that I see visibly as being like that. That's not, that's a straight up straight boy. Again, it has nothing to do with any acts of, but it's more like, and there's no negative or positive. I'm just saying that people are built different. All I'm saying is when I pull up in downtown Toronto and the sun is setting and I look off into the distance and I see construction men's, masons up in the sky building the new condos up in, it's like very similar to those pictures you'll see from the 1920s or 30s, just old school black and white pictures of men who work with their hands in all weather conditions. And I'm like, geez, I wish I could, but I can't, because I'm a soft boy. That's what it is. That's where the bitch in me comes. But like, I try to tackle it and battle it in different, but you're a gay boy, but you're a soft straight boy. But then you go out there and you try to do fucking something that makes you feel like, oh, but I'm not. Just want to make sure everybody knows, like, yo, what do we do? Oh, is he not tough, dude? I'm very soft. Inside's mushy, outside's also very mush, and yeah. And I'm also, jeez, look, I'm retarded, dude. I'm fully, I don't know the percentage wise, but I'm fully retarded. Not fully retarded, like I can carry myself, from A to B and like, get a certain level of things done, but I don't want there to be any misconceptions out there that I'm dumb, dude. I'm like legit, guys, gals. Like if you're looking at these videos and you're like, you don't need to tell us, man. We already know. I just want to reiterate, just so we're all on the same page. I don't want anybody out there thinking, oh, what he said over there, like, dumbass. Like I'm your favorite hairy ass clown, essentially. That's what I am. That's at least, top 1,000, top 2,000. We could top 2,000 favorite hairy ass clowns out there. There are not many hairy ass clowns out there, and I bet if I were to be a betting man, top 2,000 at least, which is not too shabs considering we live in a world of billions of people. Top 2,000 hairy ass clown of the year, of the decade, of a time period. It doesn't even matter. But the point is, ladies, I just, two things: bitch boy, and also fucking retarded, dude. I wish I was smart. I have a passion for wanting to learn, but I'm slow. God, I'm slow. You're selling yourself short. No, really. But like, trust me, it hurts how much I don't know things. It hurts. Sometimes I'll read something because I enjoy learning, but at my own pace and then through my own ways. I don't know if it's, but then I'll read something, I'll just be like, God, why? Why didn't you, why didn't you know this before? Or it could be anything. So it's just like, I wish I would have had, but that's the thing. All we got is time now between you, me, and everything else. We got time so we can all learn together or something. Hopefully we can learn to conquer the inner bitch together day by day. And that's the day by day, minute by minute, because I'll get like fucking I'll put on the raps for a second and be like, yeah, and then another second I'll see like fucking a lady crying somewhere, then I'll be like, oh my God, why is she crying? Oh. And fucking I want to cry that, but I won't, because I'm a tough boy or a gay boy. Okay, so that's dealing with it, trying to self-regulate or something. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm just your humble servant. How humble am I? Next time you take a shit, right? Next time you take a shit, you look at it and you see a tomato peel from the insides of your shits winking back at you. That is me. That undigested kernel of corn moving through your bowel system, once again found in your shits winking back at you. That is I. Hello. And I admire earthworms for that, for they are one of the most grounded animals out there. Shout out to earthworms, doing the Lord's work, really. In the dark, in the depths of the ground. That's what I like to be like. More, a lot of people are like, oh, you gotta. That's where the problem is. I should have probably picked another animal to be like, I admire that animal. But it's typical to be like, oh, I want to be an eagle. I want to be a sea eagle. I want to be a, whatever. Shout out to worms. Doing hard work and, with two heads. That's crazy. But yeah, man, the design in terms of constipation and the shits, I could have done without it. Everything's working fine now. But all I'm saying is, why do we consume food and then have portions of it come at, like, why not just like, if I'm taking in something, why not have everything stay in there? What goes in must come out, must it? I never had a say in this. I don't think any of us really did, but like, I think that's the future. I don't think aliens take shits if they are a thing, or like if we evolve to become who knows? I do see the future of being shitless. It's time consuming, messy at times, and that's the thing too, followed by a heavy sesh of constipation. Then you think that was great. Oh, after 35-45 minutes in the bathroom, nearly an hour in the bathroom, I assume everything went well afterward. No, because now the gates of hell were open, and now I was sharding. I made 4 other trips to the bathroom. So because that's what it is when you don't take a shit for like 2 to 3 days, and then you open up the gates of hell. Yeah, first constipation, then comes the sharts. So, just putting it out there, if you're in human design, if we're moving towards whatever we're merging with, whether it's tech or just evolution, if somebody can take note of that. I do enjoy consuming food. Obviously, feel the relief of shits is great, but also saving time would be great. Also, not having to resort to public bathrooms sometimes would be great, just because like the other day, yesterday, I walk in a public bathroom, and typically the dirty shit that you see in public bathrooms is most like, you walk into a men's bathroom, that's the ideal. Sometimes though, they'll have unisex bathroom, or like, gender neutral bathrooms, whereas there's like one bathroom and everybody's got to share. That's what I'm talking about. Sometimes like, the guys' bathroom, sometimes disgusting. Sometimes you'll be lucky if you catch it in the early hours and they've already cleaned up. It's nice. But, gender neutral, just as filthy. Or at least it could be. Not always, but it could be, because yesterday I walk in a gender neutral bathroom and I was about to unzip and, go twinkle, twinkle. Right there, staring back at me, some lady had deposited her old tampon or Tampax or sanitary pad or, you know, blood clot or what. It was a pad, and she dumped it in the toilet. You're not supposed to do that, I would assume. I don't think so. I'm not a lady. I don't know. Maybe you are to dump. I don't know where they go, to be honest with you. I don't even want to know, dude. Whatever you guys do with it, like, just, I don't want to know. Out of sight, out of mind, I'm cool with it. But this lady, whoever it was, decided to just, oh, I'm done bleeding from the old labias. Let me toss this right here in the toilet bowl. And the thing is, she didn't dump it all the way, like, inside the toilet bowl. It was half in water, half out. And it had accumulated a lot of water, so it just, like, puffed up. So it was just like, and it was bloody. It was disgusting. And I tried to flush it down. Didn't go down, and I tried to flush it down. It didn't go down. So 3 flushes, and it was just like winking back at me. Like the blood was just going in and out of the water, and I'm like, oh my god, this smells and looks great. I'm fine with it. That's life. Life is but a public toilet bowl. You never know who's not gonna fucking flush, and you're left there like, ah. So in my mind, the way I cope with it while I was pissing, I'm like, I try to think of a of-age hot lady who was just in a hurry and a rush, because that's the best way I could cope with that. If it comes from, like, you know, if it comes from like a fucking, like, you know, an obese walrus, then for some reason I find that more, it's personal, it's whatever, it's fucking, it's theirs. That's the personal, but like, it's personal preferences. If I'm gonna be viewing someone's used tampon, at least let me be of the mindset where I'm like, okay, this comes from a hot, you know, 25 to 35-year-old lady who is just in a, and it could happen to the best of them, best of us, people. It could happen to anyone. But fucking next time, at least if you're gonna dump it in the toilet bowl, flush it all the way down. At least put it in water, so it's not like, you know, with, God, it was so terrifying. It would just stare back at me. I'm not going anywhere. Not today. Not going anywhere. You can flush all you want. And I'm like, all right. So that's a little bit of that, ladies and gentlemen. But I don't even know what I'm talking about. The point is that, yeah, man, like to be a little bit more tough. Like to be a little bit. I'm definitely not smart, but I'm fucking passionate about shit. I like to learn things. I like to, you know, discover new things, if I may. And I believe we learn from each other. That's the beauty of life. But all that to say, I've also been thinking that, you know, cream pies. Segueing smoothly into cream pies, baby. For far too long, the pastry industry has been going on and, you know, getting away with murder, essentially, with cream pie murder. Come get your cream pie. Come get your cream pie. Hot cream pies here. Ready to go. Hot cream pies. And then you walk in, anticipating upon your order, I'd like 1 cream pie, please. And then they hand you, you know, some sort of a concoction of sugar and carbs. Here you go. Here's a hot cream pie. I'm like, I'd like a cream pie, please. They're like, yes, give us the money. Here are your cream pies. I'm like, I'd like a cream pie, please. We've given you a whole box of cream pies, sir. You've given us the money. Now you can leave. I'm like, no, but I'm looking for cream pies. So there's a sick game going on here, man. All I'm saying is that, you know, you're saying one thing, you're selling another, and I wonder how many people have been duped. Empty promises. Hot cream pie. Hot, fresh cream pies here. So I'd like to put an end to that. Call it something else. Call it something else. Because far too long we've had men and women go in there eagerly waiting with their money in their hand and their dreams in their hearts and minds, just like, oh, I'm gonna go get me a hot cream pie. or be given a hot cream pie with whatever order, you know, it's give and take, really. But you go in there and all these pastry chefs, man, they're crafty. They're a crafty bunch. Oh, hot cream pie, fresh out the oven. But I'm still thinking there might be a way to, like, maybe cause I'm retarded again. I don't know. Maybe there is. Maybe with declaring that your heart desires a cream pie, there is a little wink and a nod that goes along with it that I've yet to discover. That'll unlock the actual cream pie that we're all, you know, thinking of. Cause like maybe it's like, I'd like a cream pie, please. I don't know if do I wink once and like, do I, you know, do I lean in and say it? Do I cream pie for this guy, please? I'm still not gonna give up. It's either I'm saying something wrong, or again, it's a whole industry that's thriving on filthy lies. These dirty pastry chefs. Because that makes sense. Have a pastry chef open up a pastry shop selling cream pies right in the public, dude. What a great front that is. And it's play on words, so you can get away with it too. I'm for the type that's like, I'd like to free cream pies. Not free as in like you should be able to pay for it, but you know what I mean? It should be, it's misguided is all I'm saying, ladies and gents, boys and girls. But I'm also at the point in my life where I'll go to a local Tim's. Again, if you're not familiar with the little bit of Tim's culture here in Canada, it's a coffee shop franchise, if you will. I'll frequent a Tim's, I'll frequent a McDonald's, and it's one of those phrases that gets tossed at me and at anybody else out there as well. You know, how would you like to pay? How would you like to pay? At this point, stick a finger up my ass and let's call it even. You know what I mean? No, sir, that's not gonna work. I brought my own lube. I'm sure we can make something work here. I've come prepared. How would you like to pay? You know, one finger in for, you know, a cup of coffee. Leave it in there for a minute. I'm okay with that. Not my, you know, ideally I would like alternatives, but again, this is where I am right now, and I'm like trying to, like, you know, save as much, because like there's you hear things, there's fucking, and then you feel things, and then you see things too. So I'm willing to go with multiple fingers if it helps, you know, but then you got to give like stronger coffee. And you're like, no, it's not gonna work either. What are you into? You know? Full fist? Elbow deep? Shoulder deep? What are we talking about? That coffee's got to be fucking great, though. I'll tell you that. If you're going shoulder deep, it's got to be like the best cup of coffee I'll had throughout the week at least. That's not gonna work, sir. What are you into then? Just say it. You know, do you want to put your head up my ass? Like, because we could make that work into like some sort of a payment method as well. And this is not just for like coffee and like, you know, it could be anything. Anywhere you go, they will ask that. It's like, how would you like to pay? You know, I ideally a song and a dance, perhaps. A song and a dance is how I'll pay for your beautiful services. Ha, ha. A song and a dance and a finger up my... I'll pay with a song and a dance. You're like, that's not gonna work. If you're not gonna want to put a finger up my ass, let me put a finger up yours then. Like, how does this, you know, unless you want to get a little bit more specific and doesn't even involve any fingers or any assholes, then why ask? How would you like to? Then just tell me then. Just retroactively is how I'd like to, like, later down the line. later. I'll pay, but like later. We'll come back and visit this bad boy, you know, once things are, you know. But not now. Not in the, you know, I'm not, when it comes to payments, I like to, alternative payments for this guy, you know, because I like to save as much as I can, because that's where I am right now. But it's good. I feel like I'm learning. I'm, again, growing ever so slowly, like a grower does in cold weather. A grower in cold weather. That's the rate of my growth. A song and a dance is how I'll pay for this cup of joe. Ha ha. I could make it, you know, we could dance together if that'll work. We could dance together. I could fucking, you know, we could, I'm not even a good dancer, but all I'm saying is, if, like, again, if you ask me how, there are options. Unless otherwise, then just be specific then. Be specific, tell me how you'd like me to pay. I did see my first midget that I've, in a while, because I haven't seen many in a long time, and it felt good. And I like, you know, I like midgets. I love midgets. Love everybody. But overall, and you're like, I genuinely like the term midget too, because little people could be confusing. If you're like in a situation where things need to be, you know, you need to come to, you know, you need to figure out what you're dealing with. Oh, there's a little person here that we need. That's an emergency, you know, hypothetical emergency of situations. There's a little person in need of help. You're like, is it a baby? No, a little person, you know. What are we talking about? A slender built man or woman? No, a little person. But so I like the term midget. I like the fact that I saw one. He was followed by another reg person, just or a person. Not to say that midgets aren't reg, dude. They are. But again, midget is short. Like, not the, like, when you say it, it gets, like, the point is, like, you know what you're dealing with. That's what I mean. It's not like you're not gonna have to, like, do detective work to figure it out. You know what I mean? That's so. He was walking, and there was a regular sized person behind him with a baby, with a child also. Because, like, yeah, then see where I'm going with this. If I were to say little person and like a regular person walking hand in hand, you're like father son relation. No, person, regular normal sized person, accompanied with regular sized midget, accompanied with regular sized baby. But the beauty of it is that I saw the midget do a hop and a skip, which just fucking, oh man, you guys should have seen this. Gals, ladies out there, you should have seen this. This guy did a, you know when you hop in the air and kick your heels together? He did one of those. Magical creature. Human being. Of course, regular, normal, but short. The term is right to the point, is what I'm trying to say, and I for one admire it. I'm a fan of the works. I like it. Get a couple of midgets and just stack them on top of each other, like fucking. If I were a midget, dude, I'd stack up on top of a buddy and just, you know, I'll, maybe not successfully, but I'll attempt to, you know, have a couple of heists here and there. Just an overcoat and a couple of you guys under an overcoat. Hell yeah, let's do it. So that brought a little bit of joy in my life. And it does take all of us together, ladies and gentlemen. It does take all of us to do this. So I suppose what I'm trying to say after all this is that I'm reporting for duty. I'm reporting for duty. Duty. What makes me qualified to report for duty? Mid-level toughness. Because you don't want, like, anybody can go out there and be fucking like, oh, I'm the toughest. But if you're looking for, like, mid-level toughness, dude, reporting for duties. One, I'm not the type that'll sit and complain about the shits that I take. I tells the stories, but you'll never hear me like, oh, I would never, looking back at it, I did say I would like things to change, but like scrap that, like for, you know what, maybe that was a poor example, but reporting for duty, nonetheless. Looking back at it, I probably, too late now. It's way fucking too late now, but like, yeah. When I was younger, I should have probably reported for duty, fucking. But then again, I don't know if it was the right call for your boy at the time being. Now looking back at things, I'm like, man, it would have been a cool idea maybe at like 18, 19, maybe instead of doing like a little maybe do a little fucking, put on the camo, clean a gun. Sleep with a bunch of dudes in one bunk area. Do they all sleep? It's dudes in one area and ladies in one area, I would assume, right? Fuck, those bunkers are like boner cities, dude. Just saying. Same with the ladies. It's like boner city because ladies' clits also get bonered up. It's just not as visible. So, just a fucking like an army base with fucking hundreds of ladies stacked on top of one another with clit boners for days. How hot is that? Those are probably not the right ideas for you to join if you're looking to join. And again, this is way fucking, it's too late for me. All I'm saying is looking back at it, because like it helps probably in terms of like building some sort of a community with like, friends and shit. I don't know. Reporting for duty. I would have been great at, hypothetically speaking, if I were to, if I was, but I'm not. It's way too fucking late. I don't know what the cutoff age is, but I think it's too late now. So, but having said that, a man can always, put dreams out there for other dreamers who are potentially, snoozing and like, man, oh man, I wonder what to, whatevs. Well, I can't even say what you would do, but what I would do, fucking, I'd boost morale. If the team were in the middle of an operation, dudes, fucking boosting the morale, dude. We got like bodies dropping left, right, and center. And you're like, where were you? I was there. I was also there. I would have been there had I not been preparing our meals. I think I would have been, yes, no. I'm going to say that with yes. Yes, I would have prepared the greatest meals for the platoon. Because you can't have a platoon without food, man. Ladies and gentlemen, you can't have a crew without food. What are you going to... You know how tired you'll get putting on camo and taking off camo? Camo makeup doesn't go on by itself, ladies and gents. That takes... Somebody's gonna have to teach you the ropes. Shoot the ropes. But also, like, clean the ropes that have been shot on your face. So to be able to apply the camo makeup. They don't teach you that in camo makeup school for the army. Or maybe they do, because I wouldn't know. How would I know? But nonetheless, someone needs to prepare the food. This guy. I'll Not all of it, because that'd be a large, you're asking for too much. I would assume there'd be others who are willing to also help, and hence the community building, hence the, or base build, or platoon building. God, I would have made some great dishes. And yeah, and that would boost the morale of the, yeah, fucking we lost half the platoon. Don't worry, more food for the rest of us. See how I did that there? Fucking always glass half full mentality. Yes, less bodies, less friends. You know, yes, you made bonds, you made friendships, yes, you know, but more food. You know what I'm saying? It'll also probably take us more time to prepare, just because, like, I've lost also a couple of my helping hands. Now it's all me. But that's when I shine, baby. When it's all, not all me, but, like, you know, mostly on me. So, you know, 50% on me, that's a good threshold. That's a good level of on me. I'll fucking prepare food, dude, and I'll boost the morale. What do you need? Go get 'em. I'll serving a little of this. Fucking spatula full of whatevs, dude. Go get 'em. Billy. Go get 'em. Yesy, this is for you. Go get 'em. Melissa. This one's for you. Go get 'em. See how fucking, like, I felt a little bit like, I felt like our morale just fucking boosted right here. Go get 'em, just fucking right there, dude. And a wink and a nod. Hell yeah. But it's too late now, ladies and gentlemen. It's too late now. But nonetheless, I am reporting for duty in terms of, like, I want to know the shits that you're taking. Have you had constipation in the past 24 to 36 hours? Write a comment. What are your remedies? You know what I mean? Because at one point I was also thinking, I'm like, man, because I was pushing, and the more I pushed, the more it pulled. I'm talking about my asshole now. And at one point I was just like, you know when you've pushed all the way, it's very similar to giving birth, and you pushed and it's just not coming out. I was never gonna. But I do have many thoughts. And one was to, I'm like, dude, is there a scenario where, like, a person's, like, constipated to the point where they gotta, like, you gotta go, like, finger into, like, fucking, because it was just not happening, ladies and gents. I had to fucking, you know, just reach in there and summon all that I had within me. I just fucking, like, you know. Thank God my roommate was out, is like, because, again, it's nice to shit in your own privacy, but I'm like, yo, has there been a scenario where somebody's been constipated to the point where they gotta, like, you know, Vaseline and fucking go up in order to come down? I would assume it's happened to somebody out there. Please, don't feel ashamed. You're not alone. You freak of nature. You're alone, dude. You're a loser by yourself out there with the constipation. Somebody had to go in there like this, dude. Made you fucking think you're not alone, but you're okay. There's a lot of us. You're not alone. I'm sorry. You're not alone, but seriously, if you've had fingers up your ass to get the, scoop it out, or like spoon it out. Get a spoon. I didn't think of the spoon at the time, it just came to me now, but the thought of, like, because at one point it was just not coming out. I felt like my asshole's, like, expanding and contracting at this, but, like, it was just not working. But now come to think of it, they should make spoons for emergencies, and people should have those spoons in their bathrooms, and this sounds like a great Shark Tank idea. Yet another one. Another one, ladies and gentlemen. Shark Tank, if you're listening. Dragon's Breath, if you're listening. Fucking tiny little spoons for when you're really constipated. Have you experienced constipation as of late? Laxatives no longer sufficient? Try tiny spoons on your asshole. These tiny spoons are made for you and you alone. And, well, not just you, but, like, you know, people like you, which is, like, everyone. Tiny spoons for your asshole. When the shit's resistant, reach for that tiny spoon. And you're like, man, do I need to spend a whole bunch of monies for different persons in my family and friends? Sir, no. As long as you wash it, I would assume it's should be okay. You could splurge, but I'm not the type that'll like to see people just like going out there and like fucking doing frivolous spending, especially in these times. I say one, we'll make it out of metal. Patent it right here. We've made it out of metal. We've already made tiny spoons to help reduce constipation. And that's how he built his fortune. Constipation spoons. It's little tiny spoons now. Get a load of that guy. Your tiny spoons for constipation came rolling right by. Sorry I don't have any on me right now, fella, but we'll take a name and a number and an email. We'll get you one soon. Tiny spoons. Now, I do apologize. Some people are just so all about me. Tiny spoons now, ladies and gentlemen, but big spoon money in the near future. 8 billion people. You know how many people are constipated on a daily? A good chunk. A whole good chunk. A large portion of the population, at least. Even if, dude, we're talking in the millions here. So that's, again, Shark Tank for a small fucking fee of whatever. We can go splitsies or whatever. You do the math. You know that how much have I made in the past? Nothing. But, like, the sky's the limit with this product. You know it, and I know it too. Don't be a fool. I'm also tired of the similar sounding sirens for emergency vehicles out there, ladies and gentlemen. Things that I like to see a little bit of change, sprucing of the old atmosphere up for us, if you will. You know, emergency vehicle coming through, you know, ambulance. Beer, beer, beer. It's been, it's how many years have we been playing with the same thing? I'd like to go more specific now, if we can, together. You know, specific sirens for specific scenarios. Dude's having a heart attack. I say declare it, yell it out. Yell it out on a megaphone. This guy's having a heart attack. But, you know, no, forget about the sound. We don't even need sounds. Have it on a speakerphone or a megaphone or just a guy. Somebody should be driving, another fella or lady hanging out the window yelling, this guy's having a heart attack back here. And just play that on repeat. Maybe get some sort of like sound equipment. You know, like sometimes like people be creating music where they like they're on an instrument. They play a little. It's one of those like multifaceted, multi-talented fellows or ladies who's got like 7 or 8 instruments and like all sorts of fucking like digital things, and they'll make a sound and record it, and that sound will start playing in the background. They'll make another sound with a guitar, and that sound will start recording, and they'll record that, and they'll combine those two, and then they'll hit a couple of drums, and then they'll record that, and it's like a synthesizer. I don't even know what it is, but it's fascinating. What I'm trying to say is like, fucking come out there with a megaphone. This guy's having a heart attack. And then like say that a couple of times, and then like fucking get out the way, get out the way. This guy, and then like, you know, simultaneously get out the way, get out the way. This guy's having a heart, and like fucking with a beat, dude, and everybody will like, yo, get out the way, get out the way, get out the way, get out the way. This guy's having a heart, and then like overlap, but like way better than boo. Fucking lame, dude. But the point is, and that's just like regular, like everyday heart attacks and shit. Think about all the extraordinary things that are happening in and around the world on a daily basis. Lesbians scissoring way too hard, and now they're like stuck together. You can't even like pull them apart anymore. It's been 12 hours. They haven't been able to separate. Was it worth it, ladies? I think it was. I think you know, I'm not a lesbian myself, but you're a gay boy, a soft straight boy, you know, but it's somewhere in there. It's relatable to me. They could easily have, you're like, lesbians can't get stuck. How would you know? If you're a lesbian and you got stuck to your partner, please leave a comment. It helps boost the algorithm for your boy, but also it raises awareness for the real life issues that lesbians deal with on a regular basis. Yes, far too often, so many lesbians have been stuck together via vag. And yeah, it's so embarrassing having to only resort to your own remedies to part ways, because after like 16 hours of scissoring, extreme scissoring, it's fun and dandy for a while, but after a while, like, get away, Nance. Like to have my own space for a little while. And it's just, yeah, you've tried everything, but that's where the professionals come in. Reporting for duties. Again, I'm beginning to think this guy's some sort of like attention hog. You know what I mean? Some sort of like, you know, 1 minute going this way, another minute going that way. It's like, pick a direction, pick a lane, sir. You know? So, point is, ladies and gentlemen, just going down the streets, you'll hear an ambulance come by, whizzing by, and say, "Oh, lesbians stuck together, get out the way, get out the way, get out the way, get out the way." You know, fucking, and everybody's like, "Get out of the way, there's lesbians stuck together, 16 hours they've been scissoring for 16 hours, get out the way, get out the way, get out the way, get out." That, I'd fucking, cause like, now I'll hear a siren, I'll still get out the way, as everyone should. But I'm just saying, it'd be way more, I'd be more excited to be like, yeah, I'll get out the way, but I also want to see like what happens, and like also put like a camera in the ambulance to give us a view of these two fucking now Siamese twins via vag just trying to like push off of each other. There's a fucking jaws of life at work. Somebody with fucking, there's metal workers in the background, you know, putting on the visors. "Oh, don't look at us straight, Jimmy." We go, "Oh my god, Jimmy, what's going on?" It's like, I'd like to see that. Fucking a welder and like, you know, just, and that's the shit you don't say, because that's the thing. I guess they don't want us to know what's going on in there. I guess they want everybody to be just compliant. Don't ask questions, man. Or what, like, sure, it could, like, if we knew everything that was going on in there, I bet it'd be a little bit traumatic, but like, also, okay, all right, fine. Yes, less trauma with you and I not being aware of what exactly is going on in those ambulances, but also what we're giving up on is levels, mad levels, loads of fun. So next time you're out there at your local town hall meeting and they're asking, you know, put a name in a hat and come up with an idea how to better things in and around this place, this joint needs sprucing up. Sure, everybody's like, "Oh, our community needs clean water, our community needs, you know, affordable, how this, that," but like, fucking fun sirens, dude. Let's start with something a little bit more tangible. Let's start with something a little bit more fucking, again, boosting of the old morale, because everybody needs that shit. And together, we're in it together. We're in it together. We're in it together. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. So once again, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me for the time being once a week. If you like these videos, where can you find it? There's a whole shit ton of them in the archive and the catalog and there's a bunch. There's a whole bunch. There's like 400 or 500, plus 500. We're continuously building and creating more. Up until very recently, they were dropped on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We are going through some changes, as again, if you just joined us today, you're like, how often are these videos dropped? Once a week for the time being. Things are changing. Things are, you know, we are growing, baby, and growth is good. Unless it's like a fucking unwanted mole, which is questionable. You should probably get that checked out. But like, otherwise, most growth is good. And this is growth. Right before your eyes. Where can you find these videos? Every Sunday for the time being. On where? Which platform? Oh, I'm glad you asked. Instagram. Follow me there if you like segments and portions. That's where I chop it up like El Chapo gone done chopped. He did a lot of damage to the communities out there. This is nothing like El Chapo, actually. Again, this is me wanting to be a tough boy, but you're a gay boy. So you know, finding that fine balance of like, again, has nothing to do with it. Neither is good or bad, and I'm just saying, I'm trying to learn. So I'll say this: you can find these videos on Instagram, on YouTube, and patreon.com/RobSadri if you'd like to fiscally support the show. Now it is dropped on again every Sunday. Talk about it, pass it around with your family members. Stop worrying about your fucking duties of like, oh, what am I responsible? Watch a video. All right, you've done enough. It's your time now. Relax a little bit. Have a little bit of fun. All right, and if you like to, see more, plenty more for you to check out, dudes, ladies. I'll talk to y'all next week. Love y'all. Be good to yourselves. I'm gonna try to do the same. And again, love y'all very much. Be good out there. Peace.